Hi, this is Sarah Lynn Ostwinkle. Today I'm going to show you how to use the TruAura bronzer highlighter, I should call it. I like to call it the H&B, highlighter and bronzer. So highlight pops and brightens, bronzers deepen, darken, so make things disappear. Sometimes you want to highlight different features, other times you want to make them look smaller or darken them so that they more look like they're gone, kind of like your cheekbones or jawbones. Sometimes you want to make them a little deeper, okay? But I'll show you that in a second. All right, so a really simple way to apply a bronzer is to take a brush. I love, love, love the Morphe 439, Morphe 439, super dense, perfect for bronzing, perfect for applying a powder foundation. And a real simple out the door easy look would be to give you a beautiful glow all over, would be just to swirl all the colors around and just brush all over. That's an easy sun-kissed out the door kind of look. But what I love about bronzer and highlighter is you can be more detailed with it. And what I have done is I've depotted mine and put it in a Z palette. The other thing I love about my Z palette is when I flip it around, I don't waste any because I can just grab it out of there for different times. So a couple of things I want to show you that you can do with a bronzer and a highlighter is you can take light colors and you can make dark backwards. You can make dark circles kind of disappear. Okay, I've kind of already done that on my face already. But anything that you lighten just doesn't look as much. See that, how that disappeared more? Okay, so you can always just lighten a little bit and with a real tight brush that's just real soft, you can do that. It's Morphe 411. Okay, Morphe 411. You can see what shape it is. Got a little makeup on my hand there. All right, another cool thing you can do with bronzers and highlighters is you can actually do an eyeshadow. So two of the brushes that I love for my eyeshadow are, actually it's this puffy one that I just showed you a second ago that was the Morphe 411, but another one I love is the Morphe M, excuse me, 574 and 431. So see the tips on those? See how they're pointed a bit? And that allows you to get in there and really give yourself a detailed look. So the bronzing could work for a great eyeshadow. It can work for a great blush. It can be an all over color. So literally you can have a makeover in 1 minute with just playing with bronzer. But I'm going to show you today how to get a little more sculptured with the face. I have my makeup on. Now I'm going to show you my everyday use, except maybe when I'm, going to drive my dump trucks. I might not put my bronzer on quite like this. But one thing I always like to do is make sure that my brush is clean. This is my M570, my puffy brush that I love, and I use a color switch, okay, and it has rubber in there, and it cleans your brushes every single time. And I always use that before I use a brush. And so what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to show you the way that most people just commonly darken their face. So you tip in, and now if my hair was back, a lot of people like, they have their hair pulled back, always then darken their forehead right up here, okay? That kind of gives a shorter length to the forehead. You want to get right up into the hairline just a little bit there. So you'll see how that darkens it and deepens it and gives it just a little bit more depth. You're making your face in more layers than just the depth that it is. Especially cool is that to do 4 pictures, like if you're going to go have pictures taken. Okay, another thing you do if you have your hair all pulled back especially is bronzer can go along here to maybe make your face not look quite so rounded. Okay, give it more definition there. Same thing with that. You can bronze all the way around, but the most common places are across the top, underneath the blush. I'm using the darkest one, underneath the blush. Kind of pops what your cheek is a little bit, gives you a hollow in your cheek, more definition. Of course, you'd want to blend it a little bit too. Okay, you always want to blend, blend, blend with your sponge or another brush. I like to actually swirl it around and work it in. Should never have like clear lines. It should just be this molding of, there you go, see? Molding of product, just so that it gives you that depth and definition to your cheeks. Okay, under this cheekbone too. Okay, just gives depth to the cheek. Now, See how my neck doesn't act like it ends there? And actually it does in real life, but it's hard to see that in a picture. So you want to give yourself a jawbone. And sometimes women don't like the jawbone on this side too. That definitely gives you a jawbone. See that? What I love about TruAura's colors is that they're correct. Sometimes you get a bronzer and it's kind of muddy or gray, and you for the life of you can't make it look good. But these colors are fantastic for blending with the skin. And there's just such a nice variety with the 4 of them that allows you to kind of color it up again. I'm pretty dark right now. That's why I can get away with just using the darkest one. Okay, give myself a jawbone. Now, another thing that a lot of women love to do, I love to do this and show people as they're looking in the mirror. A lot of women, men too for that matter, have just a little bit of a hang wherever they smile and then let go. So what you want to do is you want to just dot that right on there. And then when you look straight in, it's gone. Okay? Makes a huge difference to people's faces, especially when they go to do pictures. In real life, again, you're going to really blend this or you're going to look all splotchy, right? But in pictures, look at that. Totally like makes it gone. Okay, it's pretty cool. I shouldn't have this big collar on today, but now another thing is like my neck definitely gets very suntanned on the sides, but not in the middle. So to give yourself less of a double chin, because it's obviously there, but if I would highlight it or just use the exact same colors with my face, it wouldn't be able to hide it. See? So you can actually hide it. Look at that. Picture's awesome. Okay, so again, when you smile, blush should go, or the bronzer should go under here. So it's like a 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, do across the forehead, down the side of the face, under the cheekbone, or under the cheekbone, under the blush, and then down here onto the jawbone. Another kind of cool thing, once you get your bronzer all on that way, now it's time to kind of highlight. So I love this brush here. Okay, I had it sitting out, so I would have it for you to see. It's totally not here, so we're going to go with this brush. That's the other thing about brushes, very flexible. Twirling it around, making sure it's clean. This is that 411 again. Now, if I wanted to sculpture my nose a little bit, it's very rounded. And if you don't like the length of it, I don't mind the length of my nose, but you can take a highlighter. I'm taking this one here because this one has a little shimmer in it. I don't need no shimmer going on. You want to just put it down your nose with the white one. Gives length. Okay. Then if you want to make it a little bit thinner, you take the dark one. Oh, it's so hard to do in the camera. Okay, and just darken right along. Now I'm always very careful not to get up into here because I don't need to darken that. But I'm looking at darkening this. See, this area here. It's kind of obvious to you when you're in the camera, and of course if it was real life and I was going to walk out the door like this, I'd blend it so there's no lines. But look at the difference in the size of my nose. Isn't that crazy? I love that. Okay, so then you can darken the other side of the nose. Big difference. Now it's a little too narrow right there, so you go back in and put some highlight there again. Bring that back up. See how that softened that? And now it doesn't look so, look at it, now it looks more whiter there. Doesn't look so defined, right? Excellent. Okay, color swatching, because I put some light on there. I'm going to take kind of the medium color and do the end of my nose. It just shortens it a little bit. So you can do a lot with a nose. Again, it might look a little crazy awesome or too much in real life, but it'll look awesome when you blend it and then use it for pictures. Okay. Another area people often highlight is, and I would use just a little bit of shimmer here, is like the above the eyebrows. With the, I'm using the light shimmer up in the middle of the forehead. Okay, pretty. And our shimmer isn't a real bright shimmer. If you don't want to go any shimmer at all, use this one because it's matte, because that put a little too much shimmer right there. There you go. That's better for what I got to go do today. Don't need to be too shimmery. Okay, very good. And then you can take this brush again, the 570, twirl it around, clean it up. And then another thing that a lot of women do is they highlight, not on the nose area. I'm going to go right down here in like a kind of a V underneath the eyes. So a V. This is more of a younger look if you stay lighter in this area. Very good. Okay, lots to do with bronzers, but again, simple out the door look would be give yourself some blush with them, make some eyeshadow with them, twirl it around on the whole face, give yourself color everywhere you look. You could do the jawbones, or jawbones, you do the jawbones for sure, but you can do your neck bones and everything. Just too bundled up because it's stinking freezing outside. All right, have a great day. Thanks a lot for joining me.